Noon traders, hopefully everyone is having a good day today. All market indices down today. Now, before I get into the show, I really do want to thank all my subscribers. I really do appreciate you guys tuning in and watching. I also want to thank David from Philly. He wrote to me, he said how this show has really changed his life, how he's become a much better trader. David, thank you so much for subscribing. And if you do have any more questions, please feel free to, just reach out to me. All right, with that said, let's go into the one stock that we've been highlighting all week, and that is WKHS, workhorse. All right, so as you said as I did mention from last week, I said watch for a breach of this 50-day moving average. That would suggest a whole new trend reversal in this stock, right? And as if you will, as it were to happen, I should say, it did breach that. Now, be careful, guys. Don't get suckered on these dead cat bounces. It may now at any time bounce, and it may sucker in a few people. But you got to watch out for this 10-day SMA right here, that blue line, because every bounce, sellers will come in and try to sell this line right here. Just like this was that line in the sand on the way up, now you have to assume that on the way down, sellers will come in and push this lower every time it touches that 10 SMA. Okay, guys, this is WKHS. All right, stocks that we own in our portfolio. First one in the list is VUZI. Poor day today, down 18 cents today. Really disappointed on the action today. But if you take a look, guys, it did touch this 50-day SMA right here, just perfectly where that point of control is right there too. So there's a lot of support right here. Watch out tomorrow if it gets below today's low today. Tomorrow rather, I will have to sell my shares and find a better entry for VUZI. All right, next stock that also performed, a little poorly, I would say, was MTSI. I did say watch that 50-day SMA right here. Sure enough, it did close right there, right at this midpoint Bollinger Band right here at that 50 SMA right there. So again, guys, be very careful. This needs to hold tomorrow. So watch that first 30-minute candle. If that first 30-minute candle does not hold, make sure you're out of our position of MTSI, okay, because this will want to go a lot lower. Okay, second or third stock that we own, STNG, did look like pretty promising today. It was only down a penny. It looks like it's finally basing because normally with a day like today, you could see this stock being down much lower. This gives me a little bit of confidence that with a good market day, the stock will start heading higher. That is STNG, cost averaged down to $11.04. Next stock that we own, EDUC, had a decent day today. I mean, the market was down, but this stock held pretty well. Again, watch this very carefully. This blue line right here, this light blue line, is that midpoint Bollinger Band. Again, we need to get above this 10 SMA, which is this blue line right here. And then, in my opinion, this uptrend is intact and we should go higher from there. Okay, that is EDUC. Stock that I did get into today that I did speak of yesterday was TLRY. Got in near the end of the day. Got in at $6.45. Took a really small position. I do want to buy this on pullbacks. So I hope actually that this stock goes lower the next day or two, hopefully all the way down to this 50 SMA at some point, which is at 588. Maybe $6 right in there. I'd love to pick up some more shares of TLRY. All right, everyone, I'm going to give you 4 stocks. I normally give you 3 stocks going into tomorrow, but there's 4 that look really good. First one's going to be IRBT. Had a really, really bad day today. If you take a look at this, there you go. Had a 52-week high a couple of days ago and then had this really bad sell-off today. But take a look at this, guys. This 50-day moving average held like a champ today. Bounced right off it. So if you're thinking about getting an iRobot, this would be a good opportunity with today's low as you're out of 79.50. Okay, so try to buy on a pullback tomorrow. See if it goes and retests this level right here. If it does, be a buyer, but remember to set your stop right below today's low. Okay, that's IRBT. Next stock that looks pretty good. Also had a bad day. NOVA down $4. But here we go. We recently made that 52-week high of 33.01. Still like the chart. Just above this 50 SMA right here, that yellow line right here. So if tomorrow you see a little bit of strength, try to be a buyer of that name and then be a seller below that 26.09 level right over here. Okay, guys, that is NOVA. Next stock that we own, that looks promising going into tomorrow, BLNK. Had that big run, a few days ago or a couple of weeks ago. Went all the way up to that value area high or at about $11.50. Now it's pulled back. Watch this 50 SMA tomorrow, guys. Needs to hold this, okay? It did close right at it. Let's see if we could get a gap and go in this one. Again, this one's a little concerning. If it starts getting below today's low tomorrow, do not be a buyer. I repeat, do not be a buyer, and we will find some better trade location on this stock. Okay, that is BLNK. Last stock that I said do not touch a while ago, I've kind of changed my tune a little bit. Since this it's going to be NKLA. The reason why I've changed my tune, GM has infused about $2 billion worth of capital in this name, and I'm pretty sure they would have done their due diligence if they thought this company was fraudulent. So it gives me a little bit of confidence, but the chart still looks, to me, a little bit okay. It still has a little bit to go. I'd like to see this close above today's high. Let's get this above that 10 SMA. So if you're thinking about getting into this stock, let's get in like a half position right now, and then let's buy above that 10 SMA, and then we'll use, let's say, the out of 1975 right down there as our out. Okay, guys. So we're gonna have to give this a little bit of room. We're gonna buy on some strength, but an initial buy would be a good idea right here on NKLA. All right, everyone. Thank you so much for joining me on this beautiful Wednesday afternoon. Again, my name is Eric, and you can reach me at eric@valueareatrader.com. That's Eric with a C at valueareatrader.com. If you have any questions or comments, just feel free to leave them right down below at the YouTube comment section right there. All right, everyone, have a great evening. And if you're not a subscriber, first of all, I do want to say, if you're not a subscriber and you do like the show, be like David and become a subscriber. It could change your life. All right, everyone, have a great night. Remember to trade smart and be safe.